Hey, Miss Gina. Thanks for checking in. I'm going live right now on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. I meant to go live at 9:30, but I was running behind because, as I told you earlier and some others, I was getting my son ready for homecoming. And then the boy was having issues. I had to iron his clothes, help him with his tie, and Lord Jesus. Then we took about 1,000 pictures and everything, that which I still have to post. So I still have yet to post his pictures, but I'm going to do those when I finish with my live. But they should be there till about 11 or midnight, so I'll be done with this live way before then. But anyhow, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please come on in. Please make sure you like the video. Click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Those of you on Instagram, please make sure you also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Same name, Tanya's Primetime TV / media news reviews. And YouTube, vice versa. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and follow me over there, Tanya's Primetime TV. And we are also on Twitter, and we have a Facebook group as well that I started 2 years ago before I even thought about going on YouTube. So the Facebook group is the same name, Tanya's Primetime TV / media news. In there, we discuss celebrity news, trending news, black TV, black reality shows. It's all black, all black. That's what it's all about. That's what my group, my page, my YouTube, my Twitter is all about. Black TV, black reality shows, black celebrity news, black trending news. We might hit some subjects like maybe those people's president sometime, because he ain't mine. But you know what I'm saying. We might hit other subjects, but it's mainly all about the blackness, our blackness. And again, I put the link in the chat of our of our Facebook channel. So the first comment in the chat is to the Facebook channel. Click that link, request to join. I'll add you. And also the second link is to my professional cake decorating Facebook page. Most of everybody in Omaha knows who I am. I am a cake artist, a cake decorator, the cake lady. If you follow me on that page and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well and live in my local area, you can be eligible to win a free cake every month. So check me out on Facebook so you can see the rules. People win cakes every month. I've been doing this for a long time. Just be subscribed to YouTube and also like my cake decorating page on Facebook. So now that I got that out the way, this review is on, as you see the title, it's on the Braxtons. It's the finale, season 6, episode 16, and it's titled Truth and Consequences. Now, if all of y'all have been following along, last week you saw how Yanla, she was having a session with the ladies. They were supposed to meet up the next day at a certain time for breakfast. A few of them showed up, but Tamar was not there. Toni Braxton was not there. And Toni Braxton, she came late, as far as late for the taping, but neither one of them came for breakfast. And the girls, the ladies, the whole family was supposed to fix breakfast for them and the crew and just have some kind of bonding sister time, family time. But that was scratched. Nobody had breakfast. They skipped to lunch. People sat around, had lunch. Toni still wasn't there. Tamar came eventually like 3 hours late. And Toni, I think she was like 30 minutes late, something like that. So anyway, Iyanla got upset. She was mad because she was there for hours. She was there ever since the morning. No session was done, no counseling, nothing. So she told them off and she bounced and said, I'll be back the next day. So this episode, that's where we start off. It was the third day of the session of the counseling therapy session. And the first thing Toni says when she gets there is, dang, after yesterday, Tamar was really in her feelings. I don't think Tay-Tay is going to show up. But eventually she does show up. And the first thing Tamar does when she gets there, I found that very strange. She gets there and just automatically she goes in on her sister Trina. Not go in on her, but she's like looking at her makeup and telling her how her makeup is all messed up. Your eyelashes is all jacked up. She's like, let me help you out. She goes and snatches off one of her eyelashes and just throws it to the side. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with her? And then she pulls out her eyeliner and she starts to do, put eyeliner on her. Then she snatches off the other eyelash. And Trina, she's just looking at like, I can't believe she's doing this. And Tony's looking like, why is she doing this? I don't know. I think Tamar was still in her feelings at that moment, and she knew Iyanla was going to be there soon, and she just wanted to, find something else to focus on. But Trina, she sat there, she didn't gripe or, grouse about it. She let Tamar just do what she wanted to do, snatching them eyelashes off and putting eyeliner on her face. But I thought that was just, again, really weird. And so, Tamar, you saw how she showed up in fatigues? Like, she was ready for battle. She had on fatigues. She had on compact boots. And she didn't have to have an army crew cut because she was already bald. Yeah, she had some deep issues, Miss Gina, some deep issues. And she looked like she was really ready for war. Like, okay, I'm ready for Miss Iyanla today. She got with me yesterday, but it's on today. And Iyanla comes in and she looks over at Tamar and pauses like, okay, she notices the fatigues. She notices the boots. She notices her behavior. She's over there, snatching off eyelashes, trying to hook Trina up or whatever after she insults her and tells her she looks jacked up. But then she's like looking at Tony like, explanation, big sis? Tony, she don't know what to say. She's like, dang, should I tell her that she just came in here and started snatching off folks' eyelashes? She was like, nope. They came off. She was like, they came off because if she would have told Iyanla, I can just picture this. If she would have told Iyanla, Tamar came in here and started snatching off people's eyelashes, she would have been like, beloved, can you please explain why you took it off your sister's eyelashes? I'm like, no, don't tell her. But anyway, she just told her, you know what, they came off. But then I'm like, the Braxtons, like Iyanla has said, a couple of episodes ago, she was like, these sisters, this family, they are known for having issues with each other and holding grudges for a very long time. And yes, she'll be lost when it came to Tamar. Because Tamar is a brat. I don't care. Tamar is a brat. And Tony, she was like, you know what? They all sitting there after the last episode, they were all, upset. You can tell that they were still tension when they got there in the morning. But Iyanla, she was like, you know what? I got something for this because I already know y'all. I got y'all number. I know how y'all do. Y'all get upset. Y'all have issues. Y'all hold grudges. And instead of facing it, you just move on like it never happened. So she comes in there and she's like, good morning, Braxtons. She's all happy and she's all chipper and everything, and that shocked them, that surprised them. They thought she would be coming in there and with an attitude. Good morning, y'all. Oh, y'all all here today? Everybody on time today? Well, I'm glad to know that. That's probably what they were expecting, but she surprised them. And then she goes in on Tony and Tamar, not so much Tony, because she tells Tony, you know what, Tony, you have to learn that when you have an agreement with somebody and you have a commitment, you have to keep it. And then with Tamar, she is like, you know what, Tamar, you keep asking. Tamar was like, hold up, first of all, you kept asking my mother. Remember, she kept asking Mrs. Braxton, Evelyn, are you going to stay here? Are you going to continue the session? Are you going to see it all the way through? And Miss Eva's first was like, okay, she didn't want to be there, first of all. She didn't know why she was supposed to be there, but she came to support her daughters. So she was like, are you going to stay? And Miss Eva was like, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So Tamar was like, how you going to ask my mom? Y'all was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Are you staying or are you not? Are you staying or are you not? But then you act like a hypocrite and you leave us here. And I'm like, Tamar, are okay. I don't know what is wrong with that girl. It's like when she did they shave her head or did they snatch every hair out of her head? Because I swear to God, they must have snatched out some marbles because she's up there like, you're a hypocrite because you left us, but she waited. She was there from 6 a.m. in the morning till after 3 p.m. in the afternoon. What, you wanted her to stay there till 10 o'clock at night to counsel you guys because you were late? I mean, you didn't come to breakfast, you didn't come to lunch, and then you was 3 hours late for the taping session. But she called her a hypocrite. And then she was like, and I felt disrespected. You shouldn't have talked to me like that. Who are you? Don't nobody speak to me like that. I'm so glad Iyanla showed up in a positive attitude. Because while they was all having grudges and, acting like, they were still holding on to yesterday and Tamar was trying to go in on Iyanla, I'm so glad she came with a positive attitude because if she didn't, whew. But anyway, Tamar, she for the longest has been acting way too entitled, spoiled, and a lot of the times very disrespectful to others, to her sisters, to her elders. Iyanla is trying to figure out, what part of don't you understand about keeping your commitment? You were supposed to be here yesterday by 1:30. You showed up like 3 hours late. You feel disrespected? I feel disrespected because y'all sought me out and I'm wasting my time. But you were 3 hours late. Anyway, but Iyanla, while she was talking, Tamar kept interrupting her. She kept getting rude. And she was making faces like a child. Like Tamar, I've been saying this for years. Tamar acts so childish. Like, I understand she's the baby of the family, but she acts so childish. And when she was trying to talk to her, she got upset and walked out. Like a child, she stormed out, had a temper tantrum, went out to her car, and Iyanla, I guess she thought she wasn't going to follow her. She walked right out to that car, was like, on the window. Tamar, are you leaving? Are you done? She's like, just a minute. I just need a minute. Like, she could not believe that she came out there. But anyway, she was like, okay, but you coming back? Are you coming back? She was like, yes, I just need a minute. I just need a minute. But anyway, Iyanla, she's trying to take control. And so when Tamar comes back, she's asking Miss E, I'm really trying to understand where all this pain comes from Tamar. That pisses her off again. And she's like, first of all, she started getting really aggressive with Iyanla. And Iyanla was just trying to figure out, why is she acting like that? Why are you so angry all the time? And I mean, Tamar, there's not a word that I can describe her with. Iyanla tried, but she was trying to tell her, everything she's experienced so far with Tay. She was like, so far, you're violent, you're disruptive, you're abusive, you're disrespectful. Tamar's like, and I reject everything that you think I am. How dare you talk to me like that? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Because I agree with Iyanla. And I can't be the only one that feels that way. I know I said it before. Iyanla, sometimes she goes too far. Everybody don't like how she goes about, talking to people, dealing with people, counseling people. And sometimes I get it. But in this situation, I think Tamar, she was way, way, way out of line. And I'm like, when is somebody going to step in? When is somebody going to say something like, Tay, hold up. This is Iyanla. Not that she is like this big, huge person, the biggest celebrity in the world, like God or something, and you have to respect her. But for one, it's just like, first of all, she's your elder and she's here to help us. This is the Braxton show. But y'all took the Braxton show to the Alanya show. So even though she might be on your show, you still took time to reach out to her. So, I mean, that's all she's trying to say. You need to respect her. But then when things start getting really, really heated, that's when their dad stepped in. And he was like, Iyanla, I just have to take some of the blame. Some of the way, she act like this is mainly because of me. She was like, you're right. She's privileged. She's entitled. She's spoiled. A lot of times when they was growing up, he was saying how Tony and them would do something, Tawanda would do something, Trina would do something, Tracy would do something. They would all get in trouble for stuff all the time. Tamar, they babied her. They made her feel entitled. She was really spoiled. I mean, spoiled to the point where she's still acting like a child with a child. That's sad. That's real sad. And it's very annoying. It's really, really annoying. And I was getting annoyed watching it like, should I turn or should I keep watching? I'm going to keep watching. But then we eventually get to Tamar's real issue or not. She explains to her father, like, you weren't there. You weren't there. You would get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you wouldn't come home till like midnight. You were never there. And then on top of that, all the sisters, she felt like all the sisters left her, like they all abandoned her because she was the baby. Tony, she had got out there, her and her sisters, they were in a group, but when it came to Babyface and what's his name? I'm talking about L.A. Reid. When it came to them and signing Tony, he was like, you know what? I don't want the rest of them. And Tamar was a baby at that time, so she wasn't even in the picture, really. But she felt abandoned. And Tracy chimes in and she's like, you know what, Iyanla? I get it. I understand. That's exactly how I feel. Exactly. Because remember when Tracy, I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. Yep, no respect. No, she has no respect for nobody. And when Tracy was talking to Iyanla, she was like, that's exactly how I felt when I had got pregnant. And they basically told me it's either the baby or you either touring with us and you're signing this record deal. And I still said on a few reviews ago on this show, I asked, did y'all get the feeling? I mean, if y'all really follow the Braxtons and the show, when they told Tracy either the baby or the record deal, I kind of got the impression that they were telling her either you have that baby and you stay home or you do not have that baby and come with us. I don't know. Did y'all get that? That was my perception. I could be wrong. They could have just been like, have the baby stay home or, come with us. But I was getting a feeling like they were trying to tell her it's either the baby or us. Like they were trying to tell her, get rid of it. I don't know. That's my impression. That's what I got out of it. But anyway, right when I thought we were getting somewhere, Tamar accused Iyanla of calling her names. And I'm like, I can't rewind it. Like, she didn't call her any names. What is she talking about? What is Tay smoking? And she was like, no, I didn't. She said she had a behavior. She's trying to figure out where she's getting her behavior from. But she kept saying that she was calling her some kind of name. I didn't hear any names. If y'all heard any, please let me know. But Miss Iyanla was like, also, what the heck are you talking about? And at that moment, that's when I was really like, okay, this is going too far. Somebody stop Tay Tay. She is going to go too far. Hey, sis, Lo, hey, honey, how you doing? I was like, it's like she was baiting Iyanla, like baiting her. Okay, she came with the combat boots on. She came with the army gear, the army fatigues. So already she seemed like she was ready to fight when she got there. And the entire time she seemed like she was just baiting Iyanla. That's what I got from it. But I'm like, Trina, she was sitting there on the side like, laughing, cracking up. Like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, everybody is appalled by that moment. They're appalled. They're like, are we really watching this? And Trina was like, I don't even know. I can't. I can't with Tamar right now. I just can't. And so everybody was just sitting there watching. But when Iyanla said, Tamar, do you want to be here? Like, because she acts like she doesn't. She like, do you want to be here? Do you really want to do this? She was like, do you? Oh, I was dead. I was like, I was dead. I'm like, man, if I was a young love, I would probably would have cussed Tamar out, but she got to be professional and she got to be, she's on national TV. So she was like, you know what? I think Tamar fell and bumped her head a few many times, but finally somebody stepped in. Miss E, they mama, she was like, wait a minute. She was about to get Tay together. She was like, wait a dang minute, Tamar. Whether you agree with Iyanla or not, you will respect her because y'all weren't raised this way. And Trina then, first of all, she was laughing and giggling over to the side, talking about, I just can't, not today, Tamar, I just can't. She want to step in and try to put her 2 cents in, and Miss E was like, I got this, okay? I got this. Tamar, if you say one more word, when she said, Tamar, if you say one more word, Tamar was like, I'm like, finally, somebody got her together. My thing was, like Iyanla was saying, Tamar, instead of acknowledging that she's hurt, acknowledging that she's frustrated, possibly it could be from, maybe from her embarrassing divorce. Her and Vince, they had a very public divorce. It could be because all the times when her sisters were having issues with their husbands, if y'all follow the show, y'all remember how many times did Tamar disrespect her sisters? Oh, my man would never do that. My man would never cheat on me. I don't know what kind of man you guys have. I know my man. But I mean, every time with Trina, when she was getting a divorce, with Tawanda, when she was getting a divorce, I mean, I'm like, okay. So when it was her time and when she was getting a divorce, she didn't want to be around the sisters. She didn't want to talk to the sisters. She wasn't taking no phone calls. Why? Because she was embarrassed. She thought her relationship was going to last forever, ever. And she had already shaded her sisters on their relationships. So although they was coming to her to support her, she thought perhaps they were coming to throw it in her face like she did them. But they weren't. They really was trying to support her. But anyway, she, got into her little shell and everything, and I think everything just built up, and that's where we are today. But she keeps holding everything in like she's perfect, like nothing's wrong. And that's when that's when actually she had got up and she was like, I didn't had enough. But when Tamar was having her little temper tantrum, I guess that was when Iyanla figured, you know what, I'm gonna let Tamar just sit out there, pout, do whatever she wants, for right now. So she turns her attention to Mrs. E and also to her husband, Michael, their father, the Braxton girl's father. And she was telling them, you know what, y'all do realize that a lot of their pain comes from y'all. They acknowledged it. I mean, Michael, he had already said earlier, I accept part of the blame why Tamar acts the way she does. Mrs. E, she has despised Michael for so very long. Over these seasons, you see how we went from the beginning where she wouldn't speak to him, she wouldn't be around him. Every time they had holidays or whatnot, he wasn't invited. Why? Because the lady that he cheated on her with, that was the whole reason why they got divorced. The lady that he cheated on her with, he stayed with her, he married her. So the sisters, they were upset because she was upset. So they basically sided with her when it came to birthdays, when it came to celebrations, when it came to holidays, and he was never invited to anything. So she despised him for a very, very, very long time. And I think maybe the end of season 4 was kind of when like she was like, okay, that's when she kind of mellowed out and everything, and she realized the pain that the girls was going through, especially when, you know, he wasn't there at the wedding for was it Trina? One of them girls, he wasn't there at the wedding just because of the fact that the mom, Mrs. E, she still wasn't cool with him, cool being around him or his wife. So anyway, they do understand that they are part of the blame and part of what these girls are going through, because these girls, they said it in the first session, we were raised to basically try to protect each other's feelings. So instead of telling each other how they really feel, telling each other their real pain, their real disappointments with each other, they would pacify each other instead of telling each other how they really feel. And that's what Iyanla is trying to get them to understand. That's why when y'all have fights and arguments, y'all hold grudges and y'all end up not speaking to each other for a long time and end up all over social media talking about each other, putting each other on blast instead of talking it out and discussing it and then getting rid of it. So again, they realize that they are partially responsible because of their rocky marriage and, you know, terrible divorce. But when Tony tells Iyanla that she really doesn't like her family, I was so taken back. I was like, what? Tony? She said she do not like her family. She loves them, but she don't like any of them. And they all make her angry all the time. And it started when L.A. Reid and Babyface had signed her, and they didn't want the sisters. Her mother told her, remember her mother and them, you know, very religious house, you know, upbringing. She said that Tony was allowing the devil to ruin their family. So imagine hearing this. You just got signed or offered, I should say. At that time, she was probably just offered the record deal, the contract, all these millions of dollars, something you probably dreamed of all your life. But because you want to take this offer and they don't want your sisters, you are allowing the devil to use you, is basically what she was saying, to break up, you know, our home. So that's where it all stems from. That's where it all started for Tony. So, of course, after that, she felt obligated, you know, so that's why her sisters ended up singing background. And I admit, I love the Braxtons. That first CD that came out was the Braxtons. I love the Braxtons. When she came out, you know, solo, and they were singing background, they all can sing, but Tony can't help it that she's a powerhouse. But she felt, you know, a certain type of way all these years because her mother told her that, you know, the devil was influencing her to help break up the family. That was very wrong. Very, very wrong. But, you know, now we know. Iyanla is getting to the reasons behind the reasons that all these ladies, you know, are always feuding with each other and being angry with each other. After that, after she spoke with them, she finally sets the table up. Beautiful setting. I thought they was having dinner, but then she was like, everybody had dinner, everybody okay? I'm like, okay, well, they not having dinner. The table was beautifully set, all white, starch white, tablecloth, the napkins, the candles, you know, everything is starch white. And Tawanda was like, are we about to have communion? And I'm like, nope. I'm sorry, you guys are not ready for that Jesus wine and crackers. Not yet. Y'all are not ready for a come to Jesus moment yet. But Tawanda, she had mentioned that, you know, yes, they always practice, you know, not telling each other how they really feel, not expressing their real feelings, you know, towards each other and their true pains and whatnot. Again, because they were raised to protect each other. And one by one, because of that, Iyanla was like, I need you all to confess. This is y'all confessions in my Ursher voice. One by one, they start confessing to each other, what their faults was, what they done, what they haven't done. The biggest ones for me was their father, Michael. When he confessed that he acknowledges that he abandoned them totally, and their divorce has caused an emotional balance, in the family. Mrs. E said she was wrong to put them in the middle of the divorce. Because again, the ladies was always siding with her because he cheated on on their mom, and so her pain was their pain. So she apologized for not only that, but also for being too involved in their lives. Tony, her confession. She confesses that she loves her family, but oftentimes she don't like her family. What she told Iyanla, she brought to the table, and if they weren't her family, they wouldn't even be friends. Now that is really deep. Like, that is really deep. Tamar, when she admitted her confessions, I admit I kind of got a little choked up. I'm like, Tamar was acting a hot mess fool. My phone fell down. Sorry, y'all, on Instagram. Tamar was acting a hot doggone fool the entire season. Basically, the entire season and every episode of the session, the therapy, the counseling. And she was like, I admit to being spoiled, obnoxious, emotional, unkind, unfair, and disrespectful. And Tawanda was like, in the green room, she was like, this is the first time I have ever in my life heard Tamar be that honest. And she really thought that Tamar was being sincere. Hey, Miss Hall, how you doing, babe? Thanks for checking in. She was like, I really think she was being sincere. And then she breaks down and promises to do better. And she asks forgiveness from everybody. And when she gets to Tracy and Trina, that's when I lost it. That's when I really started tearing up. I swear. I didn't know this was coming. I was like, she was like, Terrence. It was very sincere. I really thought Tamar was very sincere. I thought there was no hope for Tamar this whole entire season. Like, I really thought it was no hope for them, no hope for the Braxtons. And actually, I thought that this would be the last season as well for the Braxtons, just by the way it was going. But after this, Iyanla, I have to say, I really think she helped them overall. And I really hope that from here on out, they learn how to be more forgiving of each other, more open to each other, more honest with each other, and learn how to be better sisters, better father, better mother, better daughters, and better friends. So, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. This was the season finale, season 6. So, y'all let me know what y'all thought about let me know what you think about Tamar. Did you think that she was being really honest and being really sincere? How do you feel about what Tony was saying about her sisters? How if they weren't sisters, they couldn't even be friends. Like, that for me was really, really deep. I don't even know how to feel about that because she claims she loves her sisters. I know she loves her sisters, but she feels like she had told Iyanla in their one-on-one session that she feels like her sisters have stifled her, like they held her back because she always felt obligated because she was the one who made it really big. Tamar, of course, she's doing well for herself right now, but when they were growing up and when they were coming up, she felt like at this point in her life right now, she should have been way farther along. That's what she told Iyanla. So y'all let me know how y'all felt about the episode and all the cast and everything. And make sure if you did not like this video on the way in, make sure you please click the like button on the way out. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and share the love. Show your girl some love. And also, don't forget, at the top of the chat is our link to our Facebook group, Primetime Squad. It's called Tanya's Primetime TV on Facebook. Make sure you join that group. And also my cake decorating page, the link for that is in there also. If you are in the Omaha area, you already know. First of the month, I give away free cakes. You got to be subscribed to YouTube. And you gotta be subscribed to my cake decorating page on Facebook. So again, you guys, thanks for all of y'all checking in. Miss Hall, Sis Low, Miss Gina, thanks for everybody checking in. I will see you two later. And it looks like Miss Tracy just started a live, so I'm gonna have to go over there and check her out, y'all. So make sure y'all show Miss Tracy some love after y'all get off my live. All right, but in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, I love you guys. Stay safe, be blessed, and I am out.